Our next inductee considers themselves a relatively newcomer to the torch run. With 11 years of dedicated service to the movement, this inductee began his torch run journey like most, heavily engaged in fundraising and awareness activities. But this is where his journey parted from most traditional paths, setting out with a vision to create something that was not yet there, a torch run program. Although initial activities were being conducted in support of Special Olympics, local law required the creation of an independent, governed organization. With the leadership of this inductee working through the bureaucracy of government, his torch run program was born in 2006. This recipient was their program's LETR director from 2006 to 2011 and still currently serves on their executive committee, where he has been instrumental in the widespread growth of the LETR programs throughout his country. A seasoned final leg veteran, this inductee participated in the 2005 final leg team for Special Olympics World Winter Games in Japan. He has also been an inspiration for others as a team leader for the 2011 final leg for the Special Olympics World Summer Games in Athens, Greece, and the 2013 final leg for Special Olympics World Winter Games in South Korea. Experiencing unparalleled growth in his country, this inductee led the charge for official recognition of his country's law enforcement torch run efforts by petitioning for the development of a new torch run region with the LETR Executive Council. In 2008, the Law Enforcement Torch Run Executive Council adopted Oceania as the 14th region in our global movement. Simultaneously, this inductee was elected as regional coordinator and assigned to the Executive Council, where he remained until 2012. A true crusader in our global movement, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you from the land down under, Don Stuart from New South Wales, Australia.
Well, thank you. Roberta said it. You really don't want to cry, but I think I'm going to hold this back. My journey began a number of years back. I've been very, very fortunate to be part of this organisation, program, helping our athletes. Back in late 2002, I was asked by a colleague would I help with a Special Olympics event. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. At the last minute, he pulled out and he said, look, all you got to do is run with this torch with some special athletes, you'll have a ball. I said, well, I deal with elite athletes at home with running, looking after National Rugby League referees, trying to get them fit, keep them on the paddock, keep them in and out. And I thought, this will be easy. So I go up and do this torch run event. All these athletes around, high-fiving me, and I thought, this is great. The first event I had to present medals after was a 400-metre race. The athletes, the gun goes off and they're running away. And there's this young guy miles out in front. And the guy that was coming second tripped up and fallen over. The guy that was leading went back and carried him back. That's what Special Olympics is all about. It touched me from that moment on. I said I have to get involved with this program and grasp it and help and do anything I can possibly do through law enforcement to get this movement build it stronger and make it happen throughout Australia. Fortunately, as the Chief mentioned, the LETR International Council saw that we could probably have a region down in Australia and develop it into Oceania, which I was privileged enough and not enough to assist and get New Zealand up and running in Samoa. And I must mention just one quick brief thing about Samoa. I was fortunate enough to go across there and meet up with the Commissioner as they were having their inaugural World Samoan Games, Summer Games. We went across there and we drove around the island trying to work out a good route, met up with the Commissioner who fully supported it. And the following day, myself and my wife were fortunate enough to be invited to a Special Olympics Open Day. And we turned up and the athletes were there. And there was one particular athlete you could probably appreciate from the Samoan Islands. Everybody's a bit darker than the rest of us. And there was this one guy kicking a soccer ball around that was a lot wider than I was. So I said to the director from SO, Samoa, I said, is this guy from New Zealand or is he just helping out? And she said, no, his family was embarrassed and he was being locked up in his house for the last 16 years. That's what we're all about. We're going to change that. That's just not on. And all you guys and girls out there that are helping this movement, keep doing what you're doing because there's still a lot more change to happen. I'm honoured to accept this award. I'm privileged. A couple of people I must thank. Obviously Scott White from Australia, who's been my backbone, my support throughout all these years. Without him, we wouldn't be where we are now. And another good thing that's come from LETR is that through one of my ventures across throughout the years to the conference, I met my beautiful wife from California. I stole her and I took her back to Australia. So thank you one and all. I'm honoured. Thank you.